Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you, everybody watching in the UK and around the world. And you can't believe how long I've waited to say that. So, this is a historic moment. White collar boxing is returning. The break started from the first lockdown in March. Some of our guys were out in March on, I think, the last show in Oxford. And there's been nothing since. We have investigated and found the most COVID-secure way to present this show. Obviously, the main difference you'll notice is there is no crowd. The only people allowed in this building are fighters and corners wearing the appropriate PPE after the appropriate testing, and the only other people are officials such as the referee and the timekeeper. So, and myself as the MC. So we welcome you to this show. It's a great way to watch it. It's White Collar Boxing is back. It's started. I know we're going to be a bit overtaken by events because Boris has some new ideas now. So we're waiting to find out what those are and just keeping our fingers crossed that he keeps the gyms open. But we shall see. But as it is tonight, we are back. Tonight, White Collar Boxing is back, and we have some fantastic bouts to show you tonight. So welcome to the South Morton Bubble. Sit back on your sofa, crack open the beers, get the nachos in. We have 7 hugely lively fights for you. We have, as is always the case, some novices starting off, who I think are going to give their all over 3 2-minute rounds, and then we move on after the first 3 fights to the more experienced guys. So those guys are going to box 5 2-minute rounds. All the fights are going to be a referee's decision. Your referee in charge of the action is Mr. Ian Honeywood, former Southern Area Light welterweight champion. So, without further ado, I think I'm going to move on and introduce the first fighter. Now, this is a really interesting guy, a young guy making his debut tonight into the ring. He's studied hard, he's worked hard, but it's a bit different. The conditions are strange. There is no crowd. Is that going to work for him? Is that going to work against him? We don't know. But anyway, making his debut tonight, I would like to introduce you to Ben Rodriguez! And his opponent tonight, breaking new ground as the first white-collar fighter behind closed doors, we have his slightly more experienced opponent, Dave Stribling. Now, Dave's record is 2-2. He's a very unorthodox guy. He fights, he switches, he does all sorts of crazy stuff. But he's very hard to hit, very hard to tag. So it's an intriguing contest. So without further ado, I'll introduce you to Dave Stribling! This fight will be contested over 3 2-minute rounds with your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Ian Honeywood. Fighters to the centre of the ring, please. So Ben seems to be holding it well together at the start, boxing behind the jab, which he needs to do. Often guys get carried away in their first fight and just go crazy in the first round, but at the moment, he's managing to box and move. Dave's looking for a way in. Again, boxing behind his jab. Nice body shot from Ben, and ends up with a little bit of a combination. Still a bit nervy. And the first few punches land, those nerves might go though. Again, good body work from Ben. And Dave needs to establish his jab now. He's just falling short a bit. Ben's still going for the body, having good success there. Unusual in a first fight to target the body. Dave switching now. Again, nice footwork, nice moves. Dave comes back, tries to get back in there. Needs a snappier jab. Both of them need snappier jabs. There's an opportunity here for someone to establish the jab in this fight and get a strong, hard jab coming out. But they're both ignoring that punch a bit. Ben's trying to steam in. 10 seconds left. So good opening round for the newcomer. Let's see if both of them lost a bit of nerves. It's a strange situation to be boxing here with no crowd. There's normally a big hubbub. But it's strange to sit there and just hear the bag swinging. That's the only noise you can hear above the cornerman talking. Ben targeting the body again, trying to increase the pressure a bit, but Dave needs to come back with something now. Nice uppercut inside from Ben. And he caught a counter on the way in there. He's got to be careful. Don't get carried away with a bit of success. And the straight right from Dave, straight through the guard again. Ben needs to move his head a bit more. So the feeling out on a good left hook from Ben, straight on Dave's jaw, but he takes it well. So they both seem to have got over the feeling out stage now. And both been caught in this second round. Good combination, finished up with that right hook that landed. Dave's face reddening a bit now from these blows. He needs to establish, needs to come back with something. To be honest, Dave looks the more tired of the two fighters. Maybe those body shots are taking their toll now. Now we're coming to the end of round two. Got through with the straight right, but not a lot of force behind it. Is he going to come on strong in the last 10 seconds? Throwing some big bombs at the end there, Ben, but they were mostly landing on gloves. Okay, third and final round in this fight. And Dave, the more experienced fighter, is looking the tireder. He needs to establish himself now. He came in, but he just left his chin out there and caught a right hook. But he needs to establish that jab. And he needs more head movement in this round to make Ben miss a bit. He's moving a bit better, but he's not getting any leverage into his shots to keep the young fella off. You can see some rope burns on Dave's back there, which tells a bit of a story. He's been forced up against those ropes a few times. And Ben's trying to push him back again, but then just retreats there. Very strong again with the body shots there, Ben. The referee's looking to maybe intervene here. And Dave needs to show something. He's blocking a lot of these shots, but he needs to show more to coming back, to keep himself in this fight. Dave's got to move more. He's becoming a stationary target now. Final 10 seconds. Well done, guys. Well done. Okay, boxers to the centre of the ring, please. And after 3 hard-fought rounds, the winner is Rodriguez in the red corner. Well done, guys. If you can step out behind that line for me, please. And if you can just wait over there. You can just wait behind that corner, Dave. Wait, Dave, if you wait behind that line, please, mate. Yeah. Okay, Dave, would you mind stepping up there, just by that line, please, mate? Just like to have a little word with you after that fight. If you can step forward to that line, Dave, then we can just talk with that 2 metre distance. So how did you find that? You looked a bit fatigued in there.
I felt a little bit fatigued on here, you know. Managed to get it through 3 rounds. It didn't stop me, but maybe the young energy just picked me toward that, you know what I mean? But good contest, enjoyed it. I'll be back again, don't worry about that, as always. Thank you.
And how did you find boxing with no crowd? How was that?
Quite allowed me to focus quite a bit more, actually. Yeah. It's easier to hear your corner. You can hear what's going on. Yeah. So I was just focus a bit, so no, it's good. It wasn't too bad.
Well, great, Dave. Thanks very much for that, mate. We look forward to seeing you back in the ring soon.
Thank you,
Ben, can you jump up there, mate? If you can step behind that line for me. So, first fight out of the way. How's it feel?
Yeah, man, good. Good to get W, so no problem,
Yeah, you look very strong in there. Yeah. And usually you were throwing a lot of body shots. You don't normally see that in a debut fighter. But what made you target the body like that?
Well, Terry really teach me to go up, down, up, down, up, down. So listen to his advice, and obviously it worked. So it was good. And
you look quite fresh in there. You've been training hard, obviously.
Yeah, round after round after round. So 3 rounds was easy. Yeah, it was all right.
Well done, mate. That's a great way to start off. I would say to you, how was it boxing with no crowds? But I've never boxed before. How do you know? Okay, brilliant. Thanks very much, Ben. If you collect your trophies on the way out, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so without further ado, we're going to move on to our second contest. So this is another 3 2-minute round fight. Now these guys, I don't know if you've seen in the build-up to this fight how it's been going, but Dayle May has put some really good posts up. We've been following the fighters all through their journey, and Dale's been the one really posting the most, and has been very, very popular in our votes for People's Champion. So this fight is going to be an intriguing contest because his opponent, Gary Tingle, has also had a bit of an emotional journey towards this fight, and he's maybe looking for a bit of redemption, feeling that he didn't perform in his last fight. So I'm going to get these guys in now. So without further ado, I'm going to give you in the red corner, introducing Gary Tingle. Gary comes here with a record of 4 wins and 2 losses, but as I say, felt he underperformed in his last fight and is looking to put that right with a great performance tonight. His opponent, Dayle May, comes in with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. He's had a bit of a hiatus from the ring. Again, he was a bit disappointed with his performance last time out, over a year ago, and again, he's looking to put that right tonight. And I know any of you who followed Dale's journey on the video updates he's been doing, you know, will know how much tonight is going to mean to him. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Dayle Mad Dog May! This contest will be boxed over 3 2-minute rounds with a referee's decision. Your referee in charge of the action, as always, Mr. Ian Honeywood. Fast start from Gary, who's got to get past Dale's long range. And Dale's got to establish that long range. He's got to get that jab working. Both boxers throwing nice, fast shots. Nice little combo from Dayle. But Gary moved away from it effectively. Gary caught a counter left from Dayle that ran into a left. Good body shot from Gary. Nice little counter. We're going to see a little bit more experience in these two. A lot more head movement, a lot more upper body movement. Nice little combination from Dayle. Starting to settle down into the fight a bit now. Gary needs to keep that nice movement he had earlier. Nice combination to come back from there. I think Dale's got a little bit of speed on Gary. And like I said, Gary's always got that problem. He needs to get in a little bit closer. Dale's starting to work that jab now. Establish the range with that jab. With that, he can nullify Gary's attacks. If he just gets that range right and stops him coming in. He's starting to get it now. Gary needs that head movement to get inside that jab. stop it getting him in. Now that was better. Nice little slip to the jab and a counter. 10 seconds in the first. And Dayle looks like he's relaxing into the fight a bit now. So a lively open, a lot of punches thrown. Now conditioning is going to start to have a big play now. Who can keep that pace going? Dayle's coming straight out with the long range punches. That's what he needs to use to nullify Gary's attacks. And Gary's got to use that upper body movement to get inside Dayle. Dayle moved nicely out of range there and then bounced back in. Big full right hand that Gary took there, but he took it well and moved off. Needs to move that head and not just be on the end of that jab. Good little counter combo from Gary. Dayle maybe tiring a little bit here. His work rate's dropped slightly. Both fighters feeling the early pace now, but it's all going to come down to the third now. Can somebody pull ahead in the third, pull ahead with that conditioning, pull ahead with that accuracy? Third and final round coming up, so the guys have got to pull it all into this. They both got to feel they've got a chance in this now. Just got to pull out a big third round. Nice counters from Dayle. Just stepped back against Gary's shots and then came back in. And Dayle moves in and out quite well. Gary needs to really back him to the ropes to capitalise and get his shots in. lovely short chopping right hand from Dayle there, which I think stunned Gary a little bit. He just wasn't expecting it. He was launching his own shot. He's hanging on now, just try and clear his head.
Go. And again, more. In and out, come on. And it's, where's the right hand? Where's the right hand? Footwork, and jump in, Dayle, jump in. Where's the right hand? Come on, Dayle, give me more. On the next one. Give me more, come on, it's you now. Again, single kick, come on. Again, go. Come on, pressure, and again, go, forward.
Gary came back well there.
Walk forward. Again, come on.
And again, he knows he's got the work to do.
Go. Again, go. Come on, Dayle, 20 seconds, you got him. Come on, sit on him, go. Come on, go. Again, come on, keep going. Where's the right hand? Come on, that's it. Come on, don't be standing blocking. Come on, break. Again, come on, that's 3 seconds. Go, Dayle, go.
Final 10 seconds now.
Keep moving, good one.
Dayle pushing hard in the last few seconds. Well done, guys, well done. Well done, guys. Boxers, if you can go to the centre of the ring, please. Okay, after 3 hard-fought rounds, both boxed really strongly in that. Both showed great skills and determination. But the referee would like to congratulate both fighters on a hard-fought contest. But the winner is, in the blue corner, Dayle Mad Dog May!
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Guys, would you mind going to behind that line for me? I just want to have a quick word with you before we go. If you just go over there, Dayle, behind that line. Just over there, mate, behind that line. Gary, are you okay to have a couple of words? If you jump up there, mate, stand behind that line over there. Stand behind that tape line there. I think I could reach you from there. But, mate, that was a hard fight. You took some big shots in there. How did you feel it went?
I thought it was the right decision. So, even though I've got a lot fitter than when I sparred up here last time, still just not got enough stamina to fight, the way I wanted to. So yes, as I started to tire, I was catching a lot of straight punches that in sparring I might have slipped, and then he come on strong, so a lot of power behind him, and he fought a good fight, and fair play, Dayle deserved the win.
Yeah.
But I'm happy. I mean, fought a lot better than my last one.
Yeah.
I'm not disappointed in myself. I feel like head held high.
Brilliant, Gary. I think you can leave your head held high. That was a hard contest. You both landed some really good shots. I think when you watch it back, there'll be a lot to learn from. But you did yourself proud, and that was the main thing, because you came here saying that you felt you didn't do yourself justice in your last fight, and that was why you wanted that bit of redemption. And if you feel you've got that bit of redemption, mate, I think you have, and I think you deserve that. So,
thanks for that, guys. It's actually an opportunity now.
Well done.
Thanks, Dayle.
Thanks, Gary. See you soon. Dayle, can we have a couple of words, please, mate? Well done, mate. Well done. That was a great fight. There's some real good skills in there. You had to keep it at long range, but he kept pushing you. He kept getting inside, didn't he?
He's very tactical. He works the angles. He's waiting for me to throw, and then he hits me with the counters. And it made me think twice about throwing a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's very good, and so I've got utmost respect for Gary.
Yeah. And like I said, a lot of us have been following your journey, but a lot of people haven't. Tell us about the picture that you're carrying, Dayle.
This is my father. I don't know if people's watched the promo or not, but I lost him 5 years ago to brain cancer. And he's the reason I got into boxing. I got his nickname and a cancer ribbon. And I don't know if you've seen my videos, but on Wednesday I had a full head of hair. I always shave it off in respect for my father. So
yeah.
I had high blood pressure before the fight, and I felt my heart rate was up before I was walking in, but he got me through it. I could feel him.
Yeah. Well, you said he was going to be there in your corner, and you've really done him proud, mate. And I'm sure he was looking down and very proud of that effort. Congratulations, mate.
Cheers, John.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Dayle. Okay, guys, so now we're going to move on to our third contest. Now, both of these guys have had one fight each and one win each. Both impressive wins. So, somebody's always got to go in this. But they're both really nice guys, very accomplished fighters, very strong guys. You know, they're not going to box, I'm sure, like guys who are 1-0. So, the first fighter I want to introduce you to in the red corner is Tom Achilles Comley! And you'll notice the Springboks top on Tom. He's proudly representing South Africa, so it gives a bit of an international flavour to this contest because his opponent is also proudly representing his area. And I'll give you, coming at you in the blue corner, Simon the Blueberry Bomber Barlow! Okay, guys, this contest is 3 2-minute rounds. Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Ian Honeywood. So a bit of tension in these guys at first, a lot of movement. Tom tries to get in the first heavy shots, but Simon gets in a lovely counter. Throwing big bombs right at the off. So Tom's throwing those big bombs, but he's catching the counters from Simon. Now his nerves will take a lot of... Nice right hand there from Tom though. Simon winning behind the jab. Oh, and he needs to move needs to keep his hands up. Caught a big right cross there, but he took it well. Keeps moving. Good counter right hand from Simon there. This bombs away from the start for these two. They're not really feeling each other out. Simon crops that right hand again. And Tom's telegraphing that right hand. Plenty of opportunities for counter. Nice counters from Barlow, and Tom is down. Thought the referee was going to stop it there, but it was a heavy knockdown, but he's going to give him a count and give him a chance. Nice bit of sportsmanship there. That may stop Tom coming in with these big attacks. And a very lively first round. But will this change the way Tom is boxing now? Because he knows he can be hurt by Simon. And he knows that tactic of going in and just throwing those big bombs, looking for the knockout, can often rebound on you because you're open to the counter punch. Okay, so it was bombs away from the off in the first round. There was maybe a lot of nerves. Is there going to be more boxing in this round? Let's see. Tom's looking to get back into the fight behind his jab. Simon's corner telling him to wait. Wait for the opportunity. Score the counters as he did last time. No change in tactics from Tom. He's really looking for the big shots again as soon as he gets close. Both a bit over-eager there. Ended up in a bit of a tangle. And the referee telling them to box. Calm down a bit and box. Whoa. That was a punch well after the break for from Tom there. The referee's warning Tom that if he turns his back again, he's going to have to stop it. Needs to get back on their boxing. So both fighters showing their fatigue in that second round. So who can pick it up in the third round? And whoever sticks on their boxing, I think, sticks on their boxing and doesn't get carried away by that fatigue into throwing silly shots and making silly mistakes will probably take this contest.
10 seconds.
Simon landed some nice shots there, but then just got a bit carried away with his work. Should be in and out. Tom coming over with the overhand right again, but doesn't quite land it. Simon lands a nice right hand counter and they tangle up again.
on, go. Hands up, left and up. Left and up. Come on, left and up. Go, Simon. Again, go, left and up. Come on, left and up, Simon. Go, left and up. Again, hold it, left and up. Move, footwork. Again.
Tom coming on very strong here. Simon looking fatigued. Last 10 seconds of the contest. They're both trying to throw, but almost both too fatigued to throw. Well done, guys. Boxers to the centre of the ring, please. Okay, the referee would like to congratulate both boxers on a very hard-fought contest. It was a very narrow decision, but the winner is Simon the Blueberry Bomber in the blue corner. Thank you, guys. Guys, would you mind going over behind that line for me? I'll just have a little word with you. In fact, Tom, could you jump up there, please, mate? Sorry, Simon, I'll talk to you in a second, mate. And if you just stand behind that line for me, mate, see that little bit of tape there? That's great. A little bit closer. Just so I can get to you with the mic. So, Tom, that was an amazing fight. I mean, that was a really exciting fight. Now, you came out, tell me if I'm wrong, but it looked from where I was standing that you came out throwing bombs. You came out looking for the knockout from the first second of round one. There was no jabbing, there was no feeling out. It was like, here I come, I'm an express train, I'm looking to derail you. Am I right? What was you thinking when you came out?
The game plan was originally to actually feel him out a bit more. But I guess the excitement might have got the better of me a bit.
Yeah.
My plan was to finish him in the first round.
Yeah.
I thought I could do it. Unfortunately, I should have boxed like I did in the third round, I would have won the fight.
Yeah.
Third round I had him comfortably. Maybe some referees would have stopped me, you never know, because he seemed pretty finished towards the end there. Maybe another 3-minute rounds as well. Could have had him.
Yeah. And I think what really upset your game plan was obviously you came out throwing those big bombs, and it was quite an even contest to the end of the first round. You ran onto those huge counters and took a heavy knockdown. Yeah. So very difficult to come back from that. I mean, how did you feel about that?
But yeah, like you say, he likes to play more of a scrappy fight. I should have just kept my range, 1-2s. I got caught on the inside to the scraps, and yeah, he caught me with a decent bomb which knocked me over. What can I say? With huge respect to Simon, he definitely surprised me, and he really showed his colours. So well done, mate.
And as you say, you came on very strong at the end, but I think the deficit was a bit too much after that knockdown. But but well done, Tom. Really exciting contest, mate. Thanks very much for that, and we look forward to seeing you back in this ring again. Very exciting fight.
Yeah, huge thank you to you, mate, for putting on this whole show and for facilitating my training. You're a legend, mate, and a big thank you to Derry, the Spartan, Russell, the ref, and of course Simon, mate. Awesome. Cheers. Brilliant. Thanks everyone back home. I'll see you shortly.
Thanks so much, Tom. Cheers, mate. Simon, can you give us a couple of words? Just behind that line, please, mate. That's it. Just up to that. Just a little bit. That's it. Just so I can reach you. Great fight. Yeah. I mean, you really looked under pressure in the first round. He came out. I mean, like I say, it was. I'm going to knock you out, and that's what he was looking to do. Yeah. You started to get through with some counters, and then all of a sudden, you just found it at the end of that first round and scored that big knockdown, which I actually thought might be the end of the fight. Yeah, well, I'll wait till I pass the mic over. Oh, you can't hear what you say. But yeah, so you thought that might be the finish as well. Were you surprised that he came on so strong at the start?
Yeah, he give it his all at the start, which I wasn't very ready for that, because I thought it'd be like testing each other out. But he did come on strong. Had a few big punches in there at me, so he done well there. But yeah, I took him all and worked my way around him.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Well done, mate. And also your T-shirt. Just tell us a little bit about that.
Michael passed away beginning of this month, October. So yeah, it's the beginning of October. So just my uncle Philip in Australia passed away a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. So put the fight in for him. So yeah.
So that fight was for him. Just turn around, mate, so the camera can see what's on the back. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Right, thank you very much again for South Morton Boxing Club and Darius for all the great training he's done. Yeah. Brilliant club. So look forward to the next one next year. Yeah. Hopefully we can have a bit of crowd then. And
how did you find it, mate? I just got to ask you, because the last time you brought the biggest crowd this club has ever seen. Yeah. I mean, it was rammed in here, and the noise was phenomenal when you fought in November, and obviously now you've got the absolute opposite. I mean, how does it compare?
It was very different, and I thought with the crowd there, the adrenaline and everyone shouting my name, I got up for it a lot more. Here it was a bit more sort of like, oh, am I ready for it? And it's getting to your head really, but yeah, I enjoyed it, but it was a lot more sort of like stressful, having no atmosphere here. Yeah. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it, so that's the main thing. Yeah.
Thanks, Simon. Well, it's another win, 2-0. So yeah, we'll see you back in here next year with hopefully bringing your crowd back.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Thanks very much, mate. Grab your trophy.
Cheers. All right. Okay. Oh, there. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thanks. Right.
Okay, guys, so now we're going to move on to our fourth contest of the evening. Now we're going to move on to the 5 2-minute round. So we're getting the more experienced boxers into the ring now. This first fight is very interesting. These guys, this is the first time we have ever had a rubber match. A rubber match, for those who don't know, when you fight, you have a match. When you box again, that's a rematch. And if you box for a third time, that's the rubber match. So think Ali Fraser, the Thriller of Manila was the rubber match. So these two guys know each other well. Over the years of their career, and they've been boxing for about 10 years now, respectively, they have fought each other twice. Now, George Pickett has come out narrowly on top in those two contests, and it's always rankled with Grant Barber. So when he heard this show was on, he said, listen, it's a time for me to put the record straight. It's a time for me to get that victory, because I know how to beat this guy. So let's find out if he's right. I'm really looking forward to this contest. These are great guys, and they box really well. They're coming with a wealth of experience. So first of all, I'm going to give you, in the red corner, Grant the Demon Barber! Okay, and his opponent, coming out of the blue corner. Now, this man has boxed in this ring many times, as has Grant, and he's often been the fans' favourite. He was a little bit thinner the last time we saw him. He's gone away, he's found a girlfriend that feeds him, and he's put on a lot of weight. Well, he's filled out, we should say. That's a politer way of putting it. So I'll give you in the blue corner, George, the choir boy, Pickett! Okay, guys, this contest is 5 2-minute rounds with a referee's decision. Your referee in charge, Mr. Ian Honeywood. Now these guys know their way around a ring and they know each other. Third and final fight, we're told, in this trilogy. Pickett looking to keep the undefeated record. Grant looking to set the record straight as he sees it. It's a bit of tit for tat there, just trying to get the jab established. Nice little counter from Barber there. But Pickett comes back. And they're setting a little bit of a pattern here with Pickett stalking forward. Barber looking to back up and pick him off as he goes. Nice little combo downstairs and upstairs from Grant. George always comes back though, he always comes back with a few punches. George trying the uppercut, but Grant was wise to it. And Pickett electing to stand between rounds. Very even first round, I thought.
Second round.
But then we've got a couple of experienced guys feeling each other out and having a look. And let's see if the pace goes up in the second. Jules missing with the left hook. Catching a sharp little counter jab there from Grant. Nice body work from Grant. Picking some nice shots out, Grant, this time. The heavier shots seem to be coming from George. But I would say Grant is landing a bit more in this round. Just slightly faster, slightly sharper. Again, nice counter. Nice sharp shots, heavy shots from Pickett, but taken on the gloves by Barber. He seems quite happy in there, and he's coming back to go for the body and finish off with the overhand right. Thing is, they know each other so well, they're just a little bit ahead of the game in blocking those shots. You've got to break up those patterns. Pickett taking his time on his stool. He didn't sit down last round. This time he's decided to sit down.
Third round.
And George coming on strong and landed nicely with that right hook there. Won the Grant, didn't block. Talking to each other a little bit in there as well. Grant looking to come back, but just out of balance with those counters. George setting his feet now, picking those big shots. And Grant's got to do something to get back into this round. George has come out looking very strong. Seems to be George getting through with the fast counters now. And trying the uppercut again and landing that time. George putting a lot into those shots. And Grant coming back. George is keeping the pressure on, not giving him a lot of space. While Grant looks tired, George just keeps pacing forward, pushing forward. End of round 3, 2 more rounds to go. George being dressed in his corner there. Obviously a lot of concern about his short level. Coming into the 4th round now, so Grant needs to find something here to turn this contest around. Just trying to stop George just coming forward and applying all the pressure. But that's difficult, easier said than done when George seems to be chugging forward with a lot of strength and power. And the key is the jab, to stopping him moving in. Grant's looked like he's going to try and match fire with fire and push George back and go for the shorter shots. George starting to pick his shots now, picking down at the body, and Grant comes back with a nice counter. He can't maintain that, and we get back into George pushing him back again. Grant just shakes his head at him, took a few and slipped a few and just shook his head at George. But probably better to just keep your hands up. Both exchanging a few punches there. Simultaneously, I think. But George just keeps moving forward and keeps pushing Grant back. And George seems to be enjoying himself now. One more round to go in this Okay, 5th and final round in this trilogy. Grant's got to break this pattern. Got to break this pattern that George has set of bossing him around the ring. Grant circling round to his left. He looks like he's trying to do that by coming more to the centre of the ring and meeting George and trying to push him back. And going for the body shots, maybe slowing down a bit. Needs to throw that right straight. Grant's under pressure now, needs to move his head. George going at the body now. Nice little counter there from Grant, and again, and again. It's like 3 left hooks in a row, but George just soaks it up and comes back strong. Well done, guys. Fantastic contests. And boxers to the centre of the ring, please. The referee would like to congratulate both boxers on a great contest, great sportsmanship and great skills. And the winner on this 3rd occasion, in the blue corner, is George the Choir Boy Pickett. Right, if you could go behind that line for me, please, mate. George, if you can go behind that line for me, that line on the floor over there. That line there, mate, just down there. And then Grant, can I have a couple of words, please, mate? If you could jump up there, stay behind that line of tape there. Perfect. Just stand up there, and then just so I can reach you with the mic. So look, that was a fantastic contest. I mean, there were real big skills there involved. I just thought George seemed to set a bit of a pattern, establish a bit of a pattern, bully you around the ring a little bit, and just keep the pressure on. You were picking lovely counters in the first couple of rounds, really lovely counters, but it was almost like the pressure told a bit, and you were unable to keep that pace of fast counter as the fight went on, and you fell into that pattern and couldn't break out of it. How did you see it playing out?
Yeah, well, I saw it playing out better than that, but that was exactly how it happened. I got caught trying to counter and then just got hit too hard too often, and then you get more and more tired and it's hard to execute the game plan. But yeah, he's heavy-handed and was punching hard, and I was trying to come off the counter, but he's strong and big and it was good. Played box well.
Yeah, I mean, look, you both were talking a bit in there. I mean, you did look like you enjoyed the contest as well.
It's the same when we spar, like we just scrap, that's what it's like. That's not really many different to a big spar for us. It's like a heavy spar for us. Yeah. We go at it and just go to war every time we fight. Yeah. It's good.
Well, look, it was brilliant to see you both back in the ring, mate. Both a couple of stone heavier than the last time you were in here. But let him go up, you go down. Brilliant. Thanks, Grant. George, can I get a couple of words, mate? Well, I'm not going to comment on your weight, but it's great to see you back. And you are looking big, man. You're looking good.
Yeah, feeling good. Yeah, felt good. Surprised the fitness was there, to be honest, towards the later rounds. Yeah. Felt good, felt strong. Wasn't maybe as nimble as I normally am, but that will come with time. Yeah. It was good fun. Tough fight. Yeah, brilliant.
When was the last time you were in the ring then?
A while ago. No, probably, October. Yeah, would have been October last year. Yeah. So it's been a while out. Obviously, gyms haven't been open, but been still ticking over, doing bits. Yeah, and it paid off tonight, luckily.
Yeah, yeah. Well, really good boxing. I mean, it was nice to see you going to the body, going to the head, and you just kept that pressure coming all the way through. He did come back at you, didn't he? He tried to change the pace, force some big shots, but you were kind of relentless.
Yeah, he really pushed me. He caught me some lovely shots, so I had to be switched on the whole way through. Every time I think I'd get a bit of success, he came firing back. And all credit to Grant, it was a really tough fight.
Yeah. Brilliant. Thanks very much, George. Guys, if you want to collect your trophies on the way out.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, guys, another fantastic contest coming up. A really intriguing, exciting one as well. We've got two guys with identical records boxing at heavyweight. They're both 4-1. And again, this is a 2-minute round contest. So, as you can see, the contests are a little bit different when they get that longer. They've got to be a bit more tactical. They can't really just go in, throw it all bombs blazing, because it won't work. You've got to really think your way around the ring, conserve your energy. So, a much more intriguing contest. So, without further ado, I'm going to move on to the introductions. So, coming at you in the red corner. Okay, guys, sorry, the guys are not ready yet, so we're going to take a little bit longer. We're just going to take a couple of minutes to get them ready. So they are coming in. But I suppose I could tell you a little bit more about this venue, really, and what we're doing here. So what we're trying to do is bring back white-collar boxing. We've taken the rules negotiated between the British Boxing Board of Control and the government and adapted those. We've taken best practice from some other places. We've looked all around the world. As you know, when this pandemic started in March, boxing stopped. It was brought back first in America by Bob Arum, and then over here first by Frank Warren, and then with Eddie Hearn's fight camp in his garden. So this is not quite our garden, but we are out in the country. We do have isolated buildings. The boxers have had their tests before they've come in. And we have a very controlled environment here where only officials, boxers and corners are allowed in the building. And as you can see, the officials themselves are dressed up in all sorts of PPE. We have a COVID officer in charge and we're following our protocol to the letter. Although the boxers sometimes overstep the marks that I've clearly marked for them, but they've got other things on their mind. But it's great to bring boxing back. It's great to be a UK first. And we're just very lucky that we have the facilities to be able to do this with our separate buildings and with the skill sets that we have here. So we're bringing it back. We're going to have to see how long this can last for. I know it looks like we're entering another lockdown, but we shall see what Boris is going to do with the gyms. You may know out there, but I've literally been in here all day just finding out, just working on this show as we have been for months. And very pleased with the contest so far. And we've got some absolute crackers coming up for you. We really have. Like I say, moving into these more experienced guys. And we've got one guy here coming up after this fight, Neil Derry, an old warhorse, who, believe it or not, has had 104 fights. And he's actually looking for revenge because it's another rematch on a guy that he fought. And last time these boxers were allowed out in March before the big lockdown happened. That fight was in Oxford and they've come for the rematch here. So it's going to be a great card, really experienced guys coming up. And we just hope that really we can keep this going and we can keep the fights going and keep these contests going in a safe COVID secure environment. Okay, guys, so what else to say about the show? Well, what else? I'll give you a little introduction to Southport Boxing Club, actually, because I've been told to carry on talking until these guys are ready. So I'm sorry you're going to be bored by me, but Southport Boxing Club has been established for 15 years. We've got 5,000 square feet of gym space. We run 44 classes a week, from kids to adults. We do BJJ, we do MMA, and we do boxing, which is really where it all started. So we've got a lot of outdoor areas, which has kind of served us well during the lockdown, where we've been, doing it. We started off when we came back, we could do our outdoor stuff. So we really revamped and kept our outdoor gym going and kept it, brought in a load of new gear. And from there, we've just tried to keep things going as best we can, be as COVID secure as we can in the gym. And we're very lucky that we're in the outdoor space. We've had all the doors and windows open and lots of ventilation. So, okay, it looks like we're good to go. So you can pack in me and my sales pitch from now on. So without further ado, and thanks for listening, by the way, I'm going to give you, coming out of the red corner, Andrew Osbourne. And his opponent tonight, coming at you out of the blue corner, Jack Douglas! Okay, this contest is over 5 2-minute rounds. Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Ian Honeywood.
Where'd you come shoot?
My bag in front. Oh, shit. Okay, well, we've got a little delay to the contest while Osbourne locates his gum shield. Nice little counters there from Oz. And Jack trying to get behind his jab. So it's a heavyweight contest, so no weight limit, but Jack has a few kilos on Oz by the look of it. Quite a cagey open here from both guys. Looking to conserve their energy for the 5 rounds, I'm sure. They think they might have to go. Good body work from Oz. And out again. It catches a counter from Jack, who looks to come back in. So a cagey opener which kind of came to life at the end of the round. Jack elected not to sit down. And Oz looks like he's going to be the mover in this fight, and Jack looks more like he's going to be the more solid guy, looking at pin Oz in the corners. Nice little jab to the head and body there from Jack. Both looking to get the jab established. Nice head movement from Oz. Jack's jab looking a lot stronger in this round. Nice little counter from Oz with the overhand right, but Jack takes it well. Nice head movement. Nice head movement, making Jack miss. Nice little body and head counter from Oz there. Jack still stalking forward though, looking for those big bombs. He's had Oz in a corner a couple of times now, but he's not really capitalising on having him in the corner. He's kind of backing him to the corner and then waiting. Jack's having some success now. Was his rolling with the punch as well, but Jack started to land at the end of that round. I was taking big gulps of air there as he comes out with a still for the third.
Nice, lovely.
Nice counters there from Osbourne. Jack comes back. Jack now starting to land with some nice counters.
Hands up, boss, hands up. Come on. See it out, almost there.
Nice bit of work there from Jack, just easing in behind the jab and then throwing the right hand to the body. But Oz responded well. He's going for that right hand to the body again. Nice right hook to the body again. That seems to be a little punch that he's come into in this round and he's having some success with. Jack always stalking forward, trying to keep the pressure on. Oz tries the big overhand right. Both boxers looking quite fatigued now. And Jack pulls out some nice sharp punches. Okay, fifth and final round coming up here. Quite an evenly contested contest. So somebody's got to try and establish a bit of dominance here.
Fifth and final
Nice little counter from us, just trying to lean away from that right hand now.
Come on, lads, come on, break. Come on, let's go.
Nice little double jab to start a combo off. Jack's trying to come back, but struggling to find his target. He found it then, but Oz came back. And both guys feeling the pace in this contest. And there's that right hand to the body again.
Come on, Oz. Come on, right, come on, work now. Come on, let's work. Come on, Oz, last power, let's work. There it is. There it is. Come on, lads, box. Come on, box.
Nice counter from Oz. And moves away nicely, and Jack stalks after him. Has been the pattern of the fight the whole time. And the right hook to the body from Jack again. He's trying to come in with a left hook now. So final few seconds of the contest really now. Jack going for the body shots. Oz come back with the counters. Nice overhand right. Nice overhand right again. Misses with the left hook. And time. Well done, guys. Great contest. If you boxers to the centre of the ring, please. After a fantastic, hard-fought and very close contest, the referee awards the decision to Andrew Osbourne in the red corner. Brilliant. Well done, guys. If you just want to go behind the line for me, please. Jack, could you just go over behind that line, please, mate? Just going to give you... Actually, Jack, if you could come over there and stand behind that line. There's lines all over the place here, mate.
Just here?
Yeah, perfect. Just so I can reach you with the mic, really. So, Jack, and that was a great contest. The pattern seemed to be set early on. You were stalking forward, and you were constantly trying to keep the pressure on. I mean, how did you feel the contest went, and how did you find Osbourne as an opponent?
Yeah, I think it was a good fight. I think I let myself down a little bit. I was looking for the big right, and I shouldn't have been. I should have just let my hands flow. Should have just moved and kept on the jab.
Yeah. I mean, your right hook to the body did seem to be landing a lot. That was a bit of a sort of pet shot. I thought after the second round, he did seem to keep coming through with that. Were you trying to slow Oz down because he seemed to be moving? And were you trying to sort of just break him down, and take the legs away from him?
Yeah. Take the body and the head will come, but unluckily for me, it didn't. I landed a couple on his head, but just wasn't enough.
Yeah. Well done, mate. Look, it was a great contest. Very close. And like I say, I think there was sometimes you paused when you got him in where you wanted him. You know what I mean? And then he just seemed to get out again. But very good contest, Jack. Thanks very much, mate. Cheers. Oz, can we have a couple of words?
Yeah,
if you stand behind that line, mate, just that line of tape there. That's it. And just make sure I can reach you with a microphone. So, Oz, another win, mate. Well done. I mean, obviously it was a hard contest. You looked really tired after round two. I mean, I was noticing that. I was thinking, I think that the problem is going to come in that, you're finding it hard to keep Jack off. He's keeping pressure on you, and you look very tired after round two, but you seem to get a second wind. Talk us through that.
I don't know. It's a weird thing with me. I don't really wake up until like round two, round three. Get my rhythm, get my breathing. I think it's probably all the long distance running I used to do. Just takes me a while. I tried smashing like the short distance running here. Big pull helped me out with strength and conditioning, which I think got me through this. Tried to create angles a lot today. Knew he was going to be quite a come forward fighter. So I just tried to bait him in a little bit, wait to watch what shots he threw and try and move off of it. He caught me with a fair few. But I think my angles probably saved me today.
It was that footwork. It was getting out of the corners when he was constantly pacing after you, wasn't he? And he would get you in a position like, get you in a corner or against the ropes, but you did seem to then fire and sort of pivot out of there. But he was strong, wasn't he? I mean, he made you work, man.
Yeah, he made me work, and I knew if I was to battle with him for the centre ring, I'm a lot lighter than him. I would not have gone well for me. So the only thing I could do is let him take me in the corner, let him take me up against the ropes, use the ropes, try and bounce off. I missed quite a few shots on that, change the level, and yeah, it was really well. Yeah. Tough fight.
Yeah. Tough fight, but well done, mate. You got the win. Congratulations. If you want to grab your trophy on the way out, mate.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, guys, we have two more hugely exciting contests to come, both 5 2-minute rounds, and hopefully the boxers are ready and you don't get another sales pitch from me. But this next contest is intriguing, absolutely intriguing. These guys are, I can guarantee you, the last white-collar boxers to step into the ring before the lockdown, and they're the first white-collar boxers to step back into the ring after the lockdown, because they boxed on a show in March, they boxed each other in Oxford, and going into that contest, it was only Rich Dodson's second contest, and he boxed the veteran warhorse Neil Derry, who at that time, that was Neil's 103rd contest. Now, it was a hard-fought fight. Neil had fought a few days before, and Rich managed to eke out the decision. He just managed to get through and eke out that decision against Neil. Now, we're coming for the rematch now. So these guys were last in a ring against each other, and they're stepping back in again to carry on. That was a 4 3-minute round contest. Today is a 5 2-minute round contest. But, and this is the big but. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Rich Dodson is now a lot more experienced, twice as experienced as he was when he went in against Neil. But this is a very different Neil Derry. This is a Neil Derry who's not fighting every week as he often is. This is a Neil Derry who's had the last 5-6 months off, so he's fresh. He's had a chance to train for this fight, and now he sees that he can put right what he went wrong in the first fight, where he was a little bit tired, a little bit jaded, and now he's fresh. He says it's going to be a very, very different contest. So you really have youth against experience here. You really have the young hotshot who thinks he can do it all over again against the lion who says he's not in winter and says that this time he's really going to take the young kid to school. So, coming in from the red corner, I give you Rich the Handler Dodson! And the question on everybody's mind is it going to be repeat or revenge? Because can Rich the Handler Dodson handle the road warrior that is Neil? And I'm just told there's a slight delay. Neil's coming in a minute. So he's going to have a slightly longer break than he thought he was going to have from the ring. So he's racked up those 104 fights, Neil, over the last sort of 8-9 years of campaigning. And this is the longest period he's had off. He's had 6 months off from the ring, longest period he's had off in 8-9 years, and he's going to come back in now really fresh against the young hotshot Rich Dodson. Like I say, Rich got the victory of the last fight, but is it going to be repeat or revenge this time? Well, Neil is very adamant that this time he will be able to overcome Rich. He will be able to basically take the young kid to school. That's what he's been saying, but Rich sees it differently. Rich has been improving his skills. The last fight with Neil over 4-3s taught him a great deal. He says he's a hugely improved fighter, and we're just going to have to see what happens. We're going to have to see it break down. So we're just going to wait for Neil to come to the door, and then we're going to give him his intro. I think he's making you wait, mate, making you sweat.
That's fine.
And I'm pleased to say, if you are watching at home, we apparently have, the views are in the hundreds for this show, and we're obviously hoping that there's many, many people crowded around each TV or monitor. So we've got a very good viewing figures for this return of white collar boxing. So maybe that's what's making Neil shy, although I can't believe that because the man has boxed in front of thousands. but it's his first international debut, because I've got to say hello to any guys that are watching in Belgium, because I've told that a few of you have tuned in tonight. We can see that on the figures. And anybody else around the world, you're very welcome. Obviously very strange to have no crowds here. Anybody know any jokes? This contest as well is 5 2-minute rounds with the referee's decision. Okay, we're ready to go now. He's coming, he's made you wait long enough, and he's had a long enough wait. 6 months out of the ring, the longest time he's had out in 10 years. I give you a fresh road warrior that is Neil Magnum Derry! Okay, guys, 5 2-minute rounds to decide whether it's repeat or revenge. Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Ian Honeywood. So Neil's bouncing around quite a bit. Early doors, just moving around, doesn't waste anything. Nice double jab onto Rich there. Trying to set up a little feint. Rich has got to stay very switched on for this fight. He moves very well, but Neil knows all the tricks. Nice right hand drop to the body from Neil. He's noticeably thrown a lot more shots in the early round of this fight than he did in the first fight against Rich. He's a lot busier. And he's the one keeping the pressure on, trying to stay right in front of Rich. Neil's measuring that distance well with that jab. Lively but cagey opening round from these two. I think Rich is really trying to work Neil out a bit and just wary of all the tricks that he's got in his arsenal. But even though they both threw quite a few shots, neither were really committed shots. They're just sort of feeling each other out and getting those jabs established. Nice jab to the body, and again from Rich. Looking to step up the pace now. Maybe he's had that feeling out opening round, and now he's looking to establish himself a bit. But Neil's coming right back at him. Again, targeting the body well. Rich came back with a nice few counters there out of that defence. Starting to move his head more now. Starting to feel a little bit confident, I think. Neil's still bouncing around on the balls of those feet. And Rich is just starting to try and put a bit more weight behind his punches, you can see. And so is Neil. Nice jab, well timed. Rich is starting to get a bit of confidence now, dropping his hands and sticking his tongue out. Is he going to pay for that? Strong finish there from Rich. Obviously feeling the confidence that he maybe lacked in round one. But he doesn't want to get overconfident with Neil. I think one of the most striking things about this fight is the Rich Dodson's cornerman's trousers. They very loud. Maybe you've seen them at home. Slightly distracting you from the fights. Here we go, round number 3. And they're tying up a bit inside, much to the annoyance of the referee. Referee telling them to calm down and stay on their boxing. Rich does just that, moves off with a nice pivot and counter left hook. And a nice right uppercut from Rich there, found the target. Nice right hand from Rich. And then falls into Neil when they tie up again. Nice heavy shots from Rich. He's setting his feet now and really turning his body into those shots, working the body in head. A nice left hook to finish there. Neil's looking tired. Rich is looking tired too, but Neil's looking the tireder of the two fighters. good pace in the second round there. And when they get out of those clinches, there's some good work going on, but they just need to avoid falling in together. The referee's told them off for that, so hopefully they'll keep the work and punches a little bit cleaner. And we can see the trousers in the ring there again. Okay, coming up for the fourth round now. Which is looking confident, trying to work behind his jab, as is Neil. Neil still bouncing around on them toes. Just flicking out that fainting jab. Oh, nice right hand counter from Rich. Pushes Neil back against the ropes. They tie up again. Rich trying to work inside now, not get tied up. Nice little left hook from Neil there. Just caught Rich coming in a bit. Rich comes back with a nice combo, but they were all blocked by Neil. A bit of a lunge in there from Neil, resulted in that tie up. Fifth and final round coming up. So I think they'll both be looking to leave it all in the ring with this one.
10 seconds.
Nice bit of sportsmanship there before the fifth round. And here we go. For these two, this is the 9th round they've consecutively shared with each other. Obviously with 6 months in between, the first 4 and the last 5. Rich burst out of that with a nice little combo, chasing Neil around the ring now. Working the body and head. He's to watch he doesn't catch coming in though. His head's a bit high when he comes in. Neil just looking to stay close to him and work. Nice body shot from Rich. Neil tying up there, maybe taking a little breather. Nice body shot from Rich. Nice head work. Preceded it, and he set that body shot up. And he's smiling away to himself now, Rich. I think he thinks he's got this. And never get too confident with Neil Derry. Neil lands a little right after measuring him with the left. Last 10 seconds coming up. Let's see if there's going to be a bit of a flurry. Well done, guys. Very hard fought contest. Very hard fought contest. You both look like you enjoyed it. Can you go to the centre of the ring, please, boxers? Just as we thought, a really hard-fought contest. As soon as it got into the flow after round 2, both boxers throwing big shots, very strong. But the referee sees it and gives the decision to Rich the Handler Dodson in the red corner. Thanks, guys. Guys, if you can go and step... Neil, would you mind stepping behind that line for me down there? Well, actually, Neil, if you could step behind that line. Just want a little word with you after that fight.
Just behind you?
Yeah, that's perfect, mate. Just so I can reach you with the mic. Neil, great to see you back in action. That was quite a break for you in your career, as we've told everyone. Yeah, that's your 105th contest, and you've never had a break like that 6 months out of the ring. How did it feel to be back in there again?
It feels wonderful. It was a contest tonight that, like no other. Big thank you to yourself, Morton Gyms, for keeping everything safe with the sprayers and everything tonight, and the cleaners. Wonderful job you guys are doing. Felt great getting back in the ring again. Took a little bit of a beating, but I'll be fine tomorrow to go for some sparring.
Brilliant, Neil. How do you think, I mean, the first round looked very even. He looked quite nervous of you. You know, I mean, I thought it was very even, and then he just seemed to step it up somehow in the second round and found a bit of range with that jab.
I'm not sure what the score was. I had a feeling maybe I snatched 2, but yeah. You never know. Maybe it was a 3-2 to Rich, but he picked up a bit of momentum. He's working his angles very well. Sometimes heavyweights, we don't move our head enough, and great angle work. He obviously found a rhythm where I ducked my head down slightly. Must be a bit of a tell. And he was catching me on it pretty much every time. I did slip it a couple of times, see it coming, but well done to the other guy. Well done, Rich.
Brilliant. Thanks, Neil. I mean, I thought it was a great contest, and you kept coming, you kept forcing it all the time, kept coming forward all the time, which is what Neil Derry does. You know, like I say, you're the road warrior. Yeah. And you said you always like the hard fights. You love to take the hard fights, never the easy fights.
Never the easy fights. Never the easy fights. The harder the fight, the better I fight. So. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Neil. Thanks. Great to see you back in the ring, mate.
Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Rich, can we have a little word? Right, so that's 9 rounds now. I was just saying to the people at home, that's consecutively 9 rounds. There was a 6-month gap between rounds 4 and 5, but that's 9 rounds you've shared with that man. You seem to get a bit more confident after the second round of this contest. How do you feel it went?
Really good, really good. Like you were saying, I mean, he took the shots really good. Whenever we're doing sparring and I hit somebody with that, normally we take 30 seconds, but he just keeps coming. He's really tough opponent.
Oh, well, he's known for his toughness. You know what I mean? I'll say it without fear of contradiction, throughout the land. So, I mean, so you did really well there, but you kept coming. And do you feel you controlled the fight? What do you think was your best punch in the fight?
I think so. I like the last round, the 5th round. I can get a little bit more scrappy and silly because I know it's coming to an end. I can't do that earlier on, so I do enjoy that, but I'm just glad I got somebody like Terry in my corner who's constantly controlling the pace for me, because that really helps.
Yeah, because you did seem to showboat a bit in round... Yeah, round 10 coming up. You did seem to showboat a bit in round 2, but then you reined that back in, you know? What was that all about?
Sometimes it can frustrate them a little bit. Last time I fought him, I found he was a little bit more coming forward and going for it. And the first round, like you were saying, he was a bit more standoffish, and I'm going to stand at the back. So I was like, I'm going to wind you up. I want you to rush in. I want you to start throwing these like you started to do, and then I can get you on the ropes and do what I want with you on my shoulders. So that's why I did it. But still, like, doing it under control instead of just no hands behind my back, stupid stuff, basically. So I'm really grateful I got to see him, Terry in my corner. He really helps me. Just telling me what to do at the right times makes a massive difference. And thank you to Neil, and you guys. This has been amazing that we can do this at this time of year. So much appreciated.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much, Rich. Great contest, and congratulations on another win. So 3-0 now.
Yeah. Make it 4 soon. So.
Brilliant, mate. We'll can't wait to see you back in the ring. So if you grab your trophy, mate.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Thanks, Al. Cheers, mate.
Okay, guys. So we're coming up to our final contest of the evening, and this is our main event. This is a fight that I'm very excited about seeing. And again, this fight has a genesis. This fight has a history. This is not just two guys that are matched because they got even records, they're the right weight and everything else. But these guys actually fought each other quite a while back. They fought each other in what was Josh O'Brien's first contest, and I believe Albert Benton Jr.'s third contest. In that contest, Albert got the win. Since then, they've both been off, both compiled very good records on the white-collar circuit, both been winning a hell of a lot more than they're losing, and both become very experienced fighters. So we're bringing them back here now because that loss always rankled with Josh, and he doesn't want it to be repeat, he wants it to be revenge over Albert. But these guys have moved on a lot. They're not the same fight as they first were when they fought. It's a totally different kettle of fish now, and it's going to be really interesting to see how this develops. So, without further ado, let's see how it does develop. So I'm going to give you, in the red corner, Josh O'Brien! And his opponent boxing out of the blue corner, I give you Albert Benton Jr. Okay, guys, this is our main event of the evening. 5 2-minute rounds. Your referee in charge of the action, as always, Mr. Ian Honeywood. Nice jab from Albert to start. Nice sharp jab. Jabbing and moving. The battle of the jabs is going to be all important in this fight. Josh just looking to get into the fight. He likes to fight closer. He likes the body shots, but Albert's going to try and control with that jab. He's getting accurate to start with. He tries to come over with the right hand, and Josh goes to the body.
You busy, Josh?
Josh manages to counter with his own jab there and moves in looking for that body work. Albert tries the right hand, but it's a bit scrappy. He wants to keep the fight at range and Josh wants to keep it real close. A bit of redness around Josh's face there from the jab. Nice accurate jab that Albert's thrown early in the round. He's trying to get his own jab working now. Nice little right hand there from Albert. Josh has now found the range that he likes. Nice lively opener, and I think the pattern for the fight has been set. Albert wants to keep it rangy with that snappy jab and the right coming over. Josh wants to get in there and step on his toes and work that body and bring the hooks up to the head. Albert seems to be breathing quite heavy after that round. Josh seems more relaxed, although he didn't throw as much in that round.
Second round. Stop.
Albert getting behind that jab again and Josh looking to work his way in. Nice double jab right hand, then he just leaned back out of it. Josh comes again in leading with the right. Again, finding the target with that jab nicely, Albert. And Josh starting to move his head there a bit better. Nice counter, but I just feel that Josh needs to get his own jab established and working now. Albert coming on a bit stronger and a bit more punch variety in this round. Josh just looking to march up close now. And Josh seems to be biding his time again, biding his time. Nice little jab counter. Albert putting in the greater work right there, but kind of being made to work by Josh, staying in his face.
seconds. Round. Stop.
Again, Albert comes out behind that strong jab, getting it established, finding his range. Josh brings his head moving in to get inside, but gets tied up. Nice uppercut from Albert. Really nice right uppercut from range. Don't see that shot often landed. Josh still marching forward. Moving his head well inside, and it looks like he's targeting Albert's body. And again, nice right from Albert. And Josh comes back with a right of his own, pushes Albert back to the ropes and lands with a nice right hand. I think that was a very heavy body shot because Albert seems to be breathing very hard now after that. And lands with a snappy right hand counter as Josh goes to the body and a left hook to the head. And Josh concentrating on that body where he's done the damage before. He just that body attack is a favourite of Josh. What he seems to be doing now is, seems he was looking for that all the time to break Albert down to the body. But Albert is still so dangerous with those snappy shots over the top, as he showed then when Josh came in to go to the body. He managed to snap the shots over and land some clean counters. And Albert just trying to fight Josh off now as Josh just marches forward. Doesn't seem as fluid as he did early on though, although that right hand, a nice right hand counter there thrown. Josh still again moving and just looking for that position to get those body shots in. And that's what Albert wants to stay away from. He's to pump that jab out, keep Josh off balance. Albert switching stance now. I haven't seen him do that before. Josh setting his feet and putting a lot of power in those shots. Albert grabbing hold there, looking increasingly ragged here from that sharp boxing he was exhibiting in the early rounds. Okay, and that's the contest over. And the referee and paramedic just keeping him down there to stay safe. But Albert's actually talking to Josh and saying well done. Albert saying he's fine and just saying he couldn't breathe with the body shots. Okay, boxers to the centre of the ring, please. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, after a very exciting and very hard-fought contest from both boxers, the referee stops the action at the end of round 4 in favour of, in the red corner, Josh O'Brien. Josh, can you just wait behind that line for me, mate, and just have a word with you in a sec? Albert? You okay, have a quick chat?
Yeah, of course.
Can you stand behind that line for me, mate? We've just got to stay. Mate, that was a fantastic contest. I was amazed early doors how snappy your shots were and how you tried to control it behind the jab, and the right hand counters came in so well. But it just seemed you couldn't keep that up, but Josh was always looking for that body. How did you feel the contest went?
You can tell Josh has put a lot of work in from our fight before. I can't take anything away from how well he boxed tonight. I'm not making excuses. I've had a tough few months. I'm keeping myself busy, keeping myself active. I was always showing up tonight. I gave Josh the best fight I could. And it just leaves it open for the final trilogy.
For the trilogy, because you looked so good in those early rounds. You looked so snappy, controlling behind the jab, but you were throwing twice the volume of punches. But it just seemed you couldn't keep that pace up and you couldn't keep that accuracy up. And he was relentless in kind of marching you down. Is that the way it broke down?
Yeah, I just really didn't. Just ran out of ideas. Yeah. And then ran out of gas in the final fourth round. The legs went. I took a few shots that normally I don't take. I'll either wrap them up and tie them up, and I didn't do that. And he done really well, and he punished me for it. I can't take anything away from him tonight. He trained like an absolute warrior. Everyone's been telling me, don't underestimate him, and I never would. He was the toughest fight on my second fight, and he was just as tough tonight, even tougher, and I commend him. Give him his dues, well deserved, And it's a blessing that we both leave here safe and we get to go home to our families, and that's all that matters.
Amen to that. Well said, Albert. Well said.
And thank you, John.
Thanks again, Albert. Oh, we can't shake hands, I'm afraid. Unless we've had a fight, we're not allowed to shake hands. But thanks so much. What a great display, Albert. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you collect your trophy. Josh, victorious again. And it was the bodywork again. You looked like you were starting slow to me in that fight. You know, and Albert came in with the snappy shots, the counters, trying to keep you at range. But you never looked uncomfortable, and you kept marching forward. But I thought your work rate was low. But this was obviously part of the plan, was it?
Yeah, so 100% we knew what the plan was. The plan was let him pop out for the first 2 rounds, let him tire himself out. We know I've got 5, 6, 7 in the tank. So yeah, it was to start, let him gas himself a bit, work to the body a bit earlier on, chop tree down, and then work when he tires, hopefully later on from the body shots to win it.
Yeah, because I mean, in my opinion, he took those early rounds with the accuracy of his jab, but you never looked bothered. You looked like you were playing a bit of a longer game. You knew it was 5 rounds, and you were going to kind of catch him in the end. And obviously, you know, with the first knockdown, we saw that the body shots were going to hurt him. Was that a bit of an inspiration to you that things were going the way you wanted?
Yeah, definitely. I think he started the rounds really sharp. Like I kind of always knew that he's very unorthodox. He's got a great jab, and he works behind it really well. In the first 2 rounds, I think he utilised it. Obviously, he was a lot fitter in the first 2 rounds, and yeah, as soon as we saw success to the body, we knew it was going to work. And the idea is to come in and win. And you don't play boxing. You got to take it serious. And I mean, yeah, 100% I took it serious. But I mean, like Albert said, we both come out here fit and healthy and alive, and yeah, get to see my family. So look forward to getting back to Ian Archer and Violet, and the missus who lets me get away with a hell of a lot while I'm doing this as well. So yeah, definitely.
Brilliant, mate. Well, thanks for this. I mean, I know it's been a really hard camp for you. You know, you've really pushed hard and trained hard, and you know, we've seen all those training updates from you and the diaries. So thanks ever so much for that. It was great to follow your progress all the way through the camp and see how that paid off for you tonight. So well done, Josh. Brilliant performance.
Thank you very much. Cheers, John.
Cheers, mate. Right, guys, thanks very much. We're going to have a very short intermission of only a minute or two while we just decide on the last awards for Fight of the Night and Boxer of the Night. So we'll be back with you in about 1 minute time if you want to hang on for those awards.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you very much. How are you?
Guys, we just have some awards to run through now very quickly. So, in consultation with the poll from the people and also with the senior judges and the referees' advice, the first award we have to make is for Fight of the Night. And Fight of the Night goes to George Choir Boy Pickett, and Grant the Demon Barber. Grant has had to shoot off and arrest people because that's what he does when he's not here boxing. So, George, could you step forward, please, mate? George, if we can have that gap. If you can take both of those large silver trophies. Yeah. Great. So, I think you can take your mask off if you talk to me 2 metres away. So, well done, George. And kind of fitting. I mean, you said this was going to be your last fight with Grant, and you've picked up, between you, you've picked up fight of the night. Happy about that?
Yeah, over the moon. A bit surprised, to be honest, 'cause there's been some brilliant fights. Yeah, credit to Grant. Couldn't have done it without him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, just thanks.
Well done, mate. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, guys, the next award, again decided by the viewers' poll in consultation with the referee and the senior judge, is the award for Best Boxer of the Evening. And that goes to the man who's just stepped out of the ring. His patient, no-nonsense, body attack approach saw dividends, very calm, very controlled, very composed. So the award goes to Josh O'Brien. So if you grab that gold trophy, please, mate.
Thank you very much.
Well done, mate. So your second trophy in a matter of moments. How do you feel?
Yeah, delighted. I mean, just shows hard work pays off. So thanks to everyone. Thanks to South Morton. Thanks to yourself. Thanks to corner man Mitch, my trainer, Turner's Boxing Academy. I've been over there a bit, and like I said, family and friends for all the support and allowing me to do it.
Brilliant. Well done, Josh. Well deserved, mate. Well deserved. Thank you. The final award for People's Champion goes to Simon Barlow. It was very, very closely contested with Dayle May. And in fact, it came down to, out of 1,000 votes, it came down to 3 votes. A bit like the American election, but there won't be a recount. So Simon wins the People's Champion, but, very big commendations and mentions to Dayle May in this one. And that, guys, is us out for this show. Fantastic evening of boxing, fantastic commitment from the guys, fantastic training. We hope to be back in some shape or form. We'll have to see how the new lockdown and how the new COVID rules apply, but we just want to keep boxing going. We want to keep the contest going, want to keep the guys busy, in a safe and secure environment. So God bless you all. Thank you very much for watching. Let's keep each other safe. And again, God bless, and we'll see you again. Bye.